Hello everyone. So this is the second video on the topic underpopulation. In the previous video we learned about what is overpopulation, causes of overpopulation and the impact of overpopulation. Now this is the second video where we'll be learning about what is defining what is underpopulation and again the causes and impact of underpopulation. So this is the goal for this video. Again, the same thing, please have the required resources with you and please engage in actively taking notes as and when you feel necessary. Okay, so let's begin with what is underpopulation. Now from the word itself, underpopulation meaning, so let's underline, means that there are not enough people to make full use of the resources and technology of the place they live in. Meaning, when there are not enough people to make use of the available resources in that place. So that is what is called underpopulation. More resources, but very few people to use it. So that is how you define underpopulation. And underpopulation is characterized by a situation. You can even use this as a definition. It is characterized by a situation where the available resources can support a much larger population with no reduction in the standard of living. So without compromising on the living standard, it can support enough, but there's not enough population with the available amount of available resources that is available. So that is what is known as underpopulation. Now let's learn about the causes of underpopulation. A few causes that is given here. Please try to understand each cause in details because you will be asked to describe some of the cause rather than just writing the name of the causes. So the first cause is fertility rate. Underpopulation, fertility rate is the main important cause. Fertility meaning your birth rate. So how does birth rate affect? Now what is happening? The fertility rate in many developed, we're talking about the developed nation and the developing countries, has dropped to about 2 children. Now people are more conscious, people are more aware about the consequence of having more members in the family. So what is happening? They're being more alert. So they start dropping the idea of having large family. Rather, they've started thinking about 2 children per woman because of factors like literacy. Now women are also literate. Most of the people are literate now. They're educated. They're aware about having more member in the family. So that is why they don't want to encourage large family system. Economic development, standard of living being very high, urbanization, making the idea of having big families really impractical. So that is the reason why underpopulation is taking place, because now people are being more practical about having a practical approach to the family system. The attitude towards fewer children is being encouraged, and even the role of the women is changing now. Earlier they were subjected to a very limited role, but now you see women in every arena. You see them in most of the fields. So that is why this can lead to decrease in the fertility rate. So that is the first main cause of underpopulation, that is fertility rate being dropped because the people being alert, people being educated, people being conscious about large family and the changing role of the women now. Second, immigration. Now, how does immigration affect? Immigration is when? What is immigration? Immigration is the movement of individuals from one country to another with the intention of permanently settling in their destination. So this can be the second reason why a country or place is underpopulated, when too many people start leaving their place and move to some other place to permanently settle there. Now immigration can take place because of two factors. One is called a push factor and other is a pull factor. This is there in chapter migration. Just quickly let's talk about what are push factors. Push meaning a negative factor, something that discourages people to live in that region. So it could be lack of employment, a very oppressive, very unsafe political condition, economies are poor. So that can lead to an encouragement, a push for people to leave their place and move to some place else. Whereas pull are positive factor. Pull meaning something that is attractive, pulling people to come. So there could be a lot of cases of better opportunities, better payment, freedom of speech. People, there's no political oppression. Good economic stability is also there. So this can attract a lot of people to move in such places. So that is how emigration can lead to underpopulation, especially when the push factors are harsh, people start to leave, and this can lead to a place being underpopulated. The third are diseases. Diseases can lead to deaths and lead to decrease in the population. So the third cause of underpopulation, diseases. So diseases and illness has always been a decline, has always caused decline in population. It could be diseases like HIV, AIDS, which has really decreased the population globally. It could be, a pandemic-like situation, an epidemic can occur. This can lead to drop in the population. So that is the third reason why a place becomes underpopulated. The fourth is the famine, scarcity of food. Situation of scarcity of food. It can lead because of failure of crops, population being increasing rapidly, so the balance between production of food and population not matching. So this can lead to famine and can lead to a lot of people being affected, deaths taking place, and definitely leading to reduction of population. The next being war and conflict. If there is a political war, or a kind of situation where people are not they do not feel safe to live in there, a political situation, a lot of killing of people, fighting taking place, this can discourage people to live in such place and can lead to a lot of migration to other places. So war and conflict, a lot of war and conflict can also lead to reduction in the number of people. Deaths can take place, especially when people end up, killing each other on a massive scale because of nuclear and chemical warfare. So this can have a negative impact on the overall population, leading to decline of population. So that is how war and conflict can lead to reduction in population, causing underpopulation. So those were your causes of underpopulation. Now let's learn about the impact. So what happens when there are less people? How do we get affected? Is there a positive impact? Are there negative impacts? So let's learn about the impact of underpopulation. So the first impact of underpopulation is unstable economy. Economy suffers to great extent because there are less people to work, less people to produce. So definitely economy gets affected to great extent. So how does it affect? Please underline. Underpopulation has a negative effect on the economy, causing deflation because we're not producing goods and services. So overall decrease in the price of goods and services. There's no competition, no production, and this can lead to phenomena called deflation, leading to an unstable in the economy. Second, one positive impact could be the pressure on natural resources and the basic infrastructure area decreases, pollution level also decreases. So this could be a positive impact of underpopulation. There's not much pressure on the resources like food, water, land. At the same time, less people, meaning less construction, less building of industries, less traffic. So this can lead to reduction in the pollution level, which can be a good impact of the underpopulation. Third, aging population. This is one of the main concern of countries which are underpopulated because of the decreased rates of procreation, meaning reproduction. Because there is less reproduction, meaning births taking place, what is happening? There is increase in the social and economic pressure on the youth. Because there's less birth rate, so the working population, the youth, there's so much pressure for them to, work, expand the per capita output of their economy, and this can lead to poor quality of life for the youth. This can lead to stress, affect the health system. So and a lot of population can age faster. So this is the third impact of underpopulation, population aging, especially when there's less birth rate taking place. Fourth, definitely labor shortage. Less people meaning shortage of labor, which can be which can have both positive and negative impact when there's decline in labor shortages. especially sectors which require intensive labor, a lot of labors are required, will be adversely affected. So definitely, labor shortage can be a problem, especially sectors like hospitality, manufacturing, where a lot of people are required. They can suffer to great extent. So those are your impacts of underpopulation. Now, there are a few things given here in a textbook. A geofact, facts about population. You can just read for your reference. Even this portion, there's a case study given. Please feel free to learn about Canada, Tanzania. I expect all of you to just go through it and read. No need to memorize anything. Just understand how each country, what is the role they're doing, how are they, influencing the population change. So just go through it, read it. This is also the same, so please read. This is for your reference. Now here you're expected to do exercise A. When you do your multiple choice, please ensure that you write down the options, then you put a tick on the correct options. And the second thing you expect is answer the following question. Please copy the question and read the question carefully, and I want you to solve question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So total of question A multiple choice 1, 2, 3, 4 and E question number 1 to 5. So these are questions that you expected to solve and send in by this week.